Alright buddies, so check this out. Today I have the Africa Twin with me, the motorcycle which so many of you have asked me to test ride. So I am here at the Honda showroom and let's ride. This motorcycle looks absolutely mammoth, man. Looks so tall, proper adventure motorcycle. Here we go. These motorcycles, you know how you're supposed to get on? Put your foot and then get onto them. Huge. Absolutely huge. Thank you. Okay, now this motorcycle is an automatic motorcycle. You know that? Gearing మొత్తం automatica?
Automatic.
Okay. Sure. చెప్పండి first.
Automatic gear.
Okay.
This one kill switch.
All right.
And this one start button.
Yes.
Regular start.
Okay.
Then driving mode.
Okay. Drive mode, huh?
Yeah. If you apply this one, it will go light race.
Got it. Manual గా గేర్స్ చేంజ్ చేయవచ్చా?
ఇలా చేంజ్ చేసుకుంటే అండ్ ఆటోమేటిక్ మోడ్ అంటే మనము ఇది ఆఫ్ చేసుకుంటే మనకి వెళ్ళిపోతుంది.
Got it.
Then I will show while driving.
So how do we change gears?
So this one is applying the gear and this one is neutral minus.
Okay, up,
Yeah. Shifting this one.
shifting.
Yeah.
So this is up shifting.
Up shifting.
Okay. And down shifting? Okay, this is down shifting. Okay, fine. All right. Drive mode. Let's go. Now this is an automatic with whoa. Okay. Here we go. Now, although I'm 5 feet 10 inches in height, this motorcycle is a tall motorcycle, man. Okay, right now I'm in complete automatic mode. Okay, let's take a left. All right. Now this is a kind of a new motorcycle for me. My left foot is going to the gear shifter again and again, and my left hand is going for the clutch lever. Okay. Now let me go to manual. So right now I'm in manual, but there is no clutch lever to pull back. I have pedal shifters, kind of shifters here. Okay, let me downshift. I go to second. Here is the downshifter, here is the upshifter, right here. Okay, remember that. So checklist. Engine, how's it? Okay, I go to first. Of course, torquey. Go to second. Refinement. Now these are different kind of motorcycles. Some people could find them refined. Some people might find, that there are slight vibrations. But remember, this is a Honda, so it would be generally very refined. The throttle response is very, very crisp. I can tell you that. I'm in second right now. The windshield, again, this one being a plastic windshield, the optics are not as great as I would like it to be, but still, that is all right. I mean, most of the visors are plastic anyway. Okay, I'm in the first gear right now. Have you noticed how I'm shifting gears? I'm in first. Upshift to second. Okay, all right. My my hand will again go towards clutch lever, which is not exactly operational. Let's test the power. Second, third. Now this is 85 horsepower, I believe, and the torque numbers, I got to check them again. Okay. Now this is the first time I'm riding an automatic clutch motorcycle. Into the first gear now. Okay, you see how tall this is. Okay. Now you can also have it in complete auto mode, which I started off. Now here is the auto mode. Okay, so the gears would completely be taken care of by the computer, but I don't want that, so I'll go into manual. Downshift third, downshift second. Keep focusing on my hands, my left hand, friends. Let's go into some potholes, because that is what this motorcycle is made for. Potholes, potholes, potholes. Speed breaker. I generally wouldn't like the showroom person sitting behind me, but in this motorcycle I really needed him, because it's really new for me, man. I mean, this kind of paddle shifting, an automatic motorcycle, it's really new for me. So this gentleman sitting behind me it has helped. Okay, down to first right now. So the clutch would completely be taken care by the motorcycle computer. I don't have to do anything with the clutch. I believe this is Honda's famous CVT, continuous variable transmission. That's some really nice torque there. Punchy motorcycle, huh? It pulls really well. I mean, that is expected from it anyhow. Brakes. Brakes are more than adequate, friends. This motorcycle would be fun to pop wheelies with, because of the long travel front suspension. You don't really have to worry about damaging the front suspension, and with the amount of torque that this motorcycle has, this will do awesome wheelies, man. In the first gear, the clutch is being taken care by the motorcycle's computer. I just have to focus on riding. This is pretty good, as a matter of fact. When you are in serious adventure situations, you don't have to worry about using the clutch. And when you're cruising on a highway, you don't have to worry about changing gears. You can put it into complete automatic. Alright, going to a pothole. The suspension is slightly on the stiffer side. I would have loved a little more softer kind of suspension for an adventure tourer. Pull. First gear hit about 90 kilometers an hour. Love the torque on this motorcycle, man. I mean, for my liking, I would say I would still want a manual clutch and not this kind of an automatic clutch. But for serious adventure situations, probably this is going to help. I really don't know. That's a parking brake, by the way. Okay, what is right here? It's a parking brake. Thank God I did not pull it back thinking it's a clutch lever, man. Now this is a very tall motorcycle. I mean, one good thing is that motorcycle is tall, but the seat height is low. So I'm intentionally going over this just to see how this motorcycle performs. Okay, let's intentionally go into a pothole. as I mentioned, that I find the suspension to be slightly stiffer. Now this is a really nice and long test ride that I am doing. Generally, you know, test rides are not given for such a long duration. I'm very fortunate. Thank you, JSP Honda. And of course I'll be editing this video, so I'll be limiting it to about 10 or 12 minutes. But this test ride is a long test ride. It is not just a short one around the corner. So I've ridden this motorcycle for almost half an hour. That means that I am kind of able to understand the motorcycle a little bit. And this test ride would be good enough for the first impressions at least. But friends, if any of you are test riding this motorcycle, remember that we have to get used to this automatic gearbox and automatic clutch, because we are not used to riding motorcycles like these. We generally have the tendency, which is our second nature, to pull the clutch lever back and upshift the gears or downshift the gears using our foot. So because of this tendency, we kind of can get into a trouble, because it's not our second nature, right? So focus on this. I don't want you to crash this motorcycle when you're doing a test ride. Of course, if you buy one, later on you'll get used to it anyhow. But the issue is that once you get used to this kind of automatic gear shifting, your manual gear shifting tendencies will suffer. So that is also there again. Well, life is a trade-off. Okay, it's starting to rain. I wish I was on an adventure trip with this motorcycle. It would be so much fun. But again, this is a test ride motorcycle, which I would have to give it back to the showroom. Let me get into complete manual complete automatic right now, which is a better mode for me. See, I just pressed this. I went from manual shifting to automatic shifting. Manual means the clutch would be automatic, but the gears I can shift using electronic shifter. Now I'm in automatic, so it is taking care of the gearing and the clutch. So when you're in traffic, this is a blessing, friends. You don't have to worry about the clutch nor the gearing. See, I'll show it to you. Now I'm in manual mode, where the clutch is automatic, but the shifting I would have downshift using this. You see, second. Now see you first. Okay. Now I go to automatic. First, second, everything would be taken care by the computer of the motorcycle. I think the buffalo is getting a complex looking at the Africa Twin. It's thinking, which is this wild animal, man? This wild animal is taking my territory. Let me, one moment. Exhaust note. Okay, let's cut the engine. Parking brake. Now this is what I was speaking about, parking. Okay, now the motorcycle is parked. You can keep it in neutral and keep the parking brake on. Okay, now how do we get off the motorcycle? Same way. Just up, stand up and get off. How are you, bro? Thank you very much for the nice long test ride. Thank you. Thank you very much for the nice long test ride. Oh, it's a completely different experience riding this motorcycle, Automatic gearbox, automatic clutch, yeah. I mean, it takes getting used to. You have to get used to it, because our hand constantly keeps going for the clutch and the gear lever, right, which is not there here.